Ah, yes, friends. Let me take you back to a simpler time. A time of Warhammer 40,000 models and PC gaming magazines where you could see awesome screenshots from awesome games. And this is one of those games that is fucking awesome even back then. And it's still fucking sweet even to this day. It's kind of cool to revisit. I don't want to get into the complexities of installing it because it's a fucking nightmare to get these older games sometimes. I just want to point out that this came out in 1990 fucking 8. Damn, I feel old. This was before even Pamela Anderson had fake titties. And this was an incredibly interesting game. I mean, this was a game that had like kind of almost a pseudo physics system to it. It was all 3D. And looking back at it today, I mean, it just kind of plays kind of cool. And it's just, there's so little to the game nowadays. But you know, you go back and you play it, and it's a pretty fantastic little RTS. It's definitely harder than you would think that it would be. You have to really plan and strategize every single little moment of you. But I think that many people would remember this game fondly back in the era of early PC gaming. The bizarre anime-esque cutscenes that are grim and dark, the over foreboding world of this, and the extremely awesome tutorial that I'm showing you now that I actually got free in a gaming PC mag, and you get a free CD and this came with it. And I've played this tutorial over and over about fucking 100 times. It was just so cool, all the physics and units you can fuck with. Really takes you back to a simpler time. I mean, the graphics are so primitive in this game, but the like gameplay and layout is very advanced and very tactful. The controls are shit for these older games. I mean, compared to modernized, it really leaves you to appreciate how they modernized the controls and the RTSs and stuff. Because you got to do shit like press C and V to zoom out and fucking shit, and it leaves you hating it very quickly. Then at least you can use WASD to fucking move around. But very interesting game investigation, and it's fun for a little bit. It's fun for like an hour and a half just to mess with. But given that nowadays some of the world's top esports players are younger than this fucking goddamn game, I think it's worth the time a little bit of getting back to gaming history and checking out some of these things, and maybe potentially sometimes developers modernizing these things. Is there a market for Myth 2 Soulblighters? No. Is it a cool game to look back for people who love video games? Of course it is. I mean, it's an interesting little introspective, and a lot of people probably won't even know this game even exists, let alone have played it thoroughly. And I myself have never beaten it. It's a very difficult game, but it's certainly worth a look. For any of the old school gamers, it really brings you back to that time of fucking PC mags and freaking demo discs, because it's just, you know, there was so much creativity flowing in the gaming world back then that, you know, people came up with cool ideas like this and it just never really went anywhere. You know, Myth is certainly something that has been revived on mainstream. Probably never will, and most people probably will go without playing this game, but it's awesome to look back at our gaming history, and this one's definitely worth a check. Fucking fascinating, a game that is 26 years old can give you entertainment today just like yesterday.